James Comer, the floundering Republican chairman of the House Oversight Committee, once again embarrassed himself on the Fox propaganda network, even as Democrats worked to debunk one of his other conspiracy theories. Intrigued? Then click that like and subscribe and enjoy the video. We're pretty progressive here at Pondering Politics, which means we try not to kink shame. That said, attention must be drawn to Republican Congressman James Comer, who has perhaps an unparalleled humiliation kink. This man seems to enjoy being publicly embarrassed in press conferences, on various interviews, and it seems like even on the Fox propaganda network, which is in many ways a home turf advantage for Republican congressmen like James Comer. But even they are just uninterested and embarrassed by his consistent inability to produce results in terms of the investigations against President Biden and President Biden's family, most notably, of course, his very troubled son, Hunter. So I want to play a clip for you, a new clip in which James Comer appeared on Fox and Friends, again, a sympathetic audience on a sympathetic network. And again, they just ask him point blank, okay, listen, man, you've been teasing us, you've been edging us for some time. When are you going to deliver the goods? What's going on here? And hear his response, and then we'll unpack it. And then we'll address the second part of the story, in which Democrats are simultaneously undermining another one of his conspiracy theories. But first, the clip.
So make it easy for us. What was the crime?
Well, the crime is trading policy for money.
Which policy?
Well, we're going to get into that. I mean, look, Joe Biden.
Make it easy for us, James. Jim, make it easy for us, okay? You say that President Biden is part of some sort of like illegal pay-to-play, scheme where he receives foreign money in exchange for policy preferences to his foreign benefactors. What's the crime? Well, he got money in exchange for policy. Okay, what policy? Predictable stuff. Let's finish the rest of the clip.
Biden has, on day one, he changed our energy policy in America that put China first and America last. He went in on day one and ended the China Initiative, which was an investigation at all our public universities of a very organized Chinese spy ring where China was sending students to universities to steal our research and development.
So you're saying because members of the Hunter Biden family and the extended Joe Biden family got money through various foreign entities, including things from China, that the president is compromised?
Absolutely.
So make
a very bold claim, and he has made this claim and iterations of it, so have other Republicans like Nancy Mace. They've made this claim for months. For months. This is nothing new. And he says absolutely, and yet cannot produce any evidence to support it. Now, related to this, the Republicans are doing kind of a spray and pray approach to impugning President Biden and the Biden family. And James Comer and Republicans are also not just trying to impugn President Biden through China, right, and whatever associations the president may have with China, but also, of course, Ukraine, the tried and true, the greatest hits, right, of Republican conspiracy theories with respect to Hunter Biden. So they've also claimed in conjunction with this that a Burisma executive, Burisma being an energy company based in Ukraine that Hunter Biden once worked on the board of. And I think most people would agree that, even though Hunter Biden was an attorney, right, and had political connections, that his area of competence probably did not lend itself well to an energy company, right? So at worst, based on what we know, we can pretty comfortably say that Hunter Biden was nepotistic, right? That he, like many other children and relatives and associates of powerful people, benefited from his last name. That is technically a form of corruption, but that's basically bog standard DC Beltway Hollywood corruption where, again, an actor has a child, and so that child gets to audition for other roles or gets, certain preferences. We see it in the Trump family all the damn time. We see it to a far greater extent, as a matter of fact, with the Trump family, such as when Donald Trump appointed Jared Kushner, his idiotic son-in-law, and Ivanka Trump, his unqualified daughter, to White House official government positions, right? That's an example of profoundly corrupt nepotism. But of course, Republicans go further and say that not only was it just base nepotism where he's cashing in on daddy's name, there must have been something sinister behind it. And so they've alleged that they've got proof that the co-founder of Burisma has apparently issued payouts or had some sort of corrupt financial relationship with Hunter Biden and President Biden, then Vice President Biden. So in response, Democrats, led by Jamie Comer, released a transcript of a 2019 interview with the very person that they say it suggests that the Biden family was involved with inappropriate financial ties with this company. That very same person, and I'm going to butcher his name, Mykola Shalevsky, right here. This is the person that Republicans say, hey, this person says that Joe and Hunter Biden were engaged in an inappropriate financial relationship with Burisma. Well, Raskin releases a transcript by the same person in which they're asked about this, and they say no one had any contacts with then Vice President Biden. So did you ever learn why Vice President Joe Biden asked for Viktor Shokin, who was a very corrupt Ukrainian prosecutor, to be fired? We learned about it from newspapers and the internet. We never had contacts with Vice President Biden during his visits to Ukraine. Next question. Please detail any contacts you had with Vice President Biden and his office from 2013 through 2019. Did Hunter ever facilitate any of these contacts? To which this same person says, no one from Burisma ever had any contacts with Vice President Biden or people working for him during Hunter Biden's engagement. Did Vice President Biden or his staff assist you or your company in any way with business deals or meetings with world leaders or any other assistance? No. Did you ever become aware of documents suggesting $900,000 was paid to Hunter Biden for lobbying his father? No. Why did Burisma make a $20,000 donation to the Beau Biden Foundation, Beau Biden, of course, being President Biden's late firstborn son, back in 2015? Yes, we made this donation because we've been working with Hunter Biden being Beau Biden's brother, and we believed it was a good charity program to donate to. Pretty straightforward. No, we never had any contacts with Vice President Biden. No, he didn't assist us in any way. No. And this coming from the same source that Republicans are claiming is actually, alleging bad things against President Biden. It's interesting, right? So once again, we see Republicans make bold, unsubstantiated claims. Democrats effortlessly, factually debunk them with record. And I love the denialism and the floundering among Republicans and conservative supporters. The last thing I'll mention here, because we mentioned Ukraine and Burisma, it is true that Viktor Shokin, the corrupt Ukrainian prosecutor, was once investigating Burisma, the company that Hunter Biden worked for. But the scope of the investigation, as Ukrainians' own intelligence agencies point out, the Ukraine agency says allegations against Burisma cover a period before Hunter Biden joined. A Ukrainian investigation of gas company Burisma is focused solely on activity that took place before Hunter Biden, son of former Vice President Joe Biden, was hired to sit on its board, Ukraine's anti-corruption investigation agency said. So this is a fact. This is all a witch hunt. This is all a politically motivated witch hunt of very little to no substance by the Republican Party, which is why they have failed to produce any matters of substance. So we are right to mock it. We are right to condemn it. And we're also right to point out that this level of scrutiny into Hunter Biden, who has only ever been a private citizen, a very troubled private citizen who nepotistically exploited his father's name, but somebody who does not merit the scrutiny of Republicans in Congress and the Department of Justice to the extent that it has. He has been investigated under the Obama administration, the Trump administration, and his own father's administration. He has been investigated repeatedly by Republicans in the House of Representatives and in the Senate. This private citizen has earned more scrutiny from the powers that be than Ivanka and Jared Kushner, who not only were also children, or the children-in-law of a sitting president, they, unlike Hunter Biden, were actual members of the government. And the dollar figure associated with their corruption is measured in billions of dollars. So it's orders of magnitude worse, and it gets a fraction of the attention And that just goes to show the glaring double standard that Washington, D.C. has for Democrats versus Republicans, and we need to correct it.